And the snow in Colorado, the big winds here. Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy observing the weather live for us. It's all part of the same system, right?
It is, Brian. We've got a really broad low over the desert Southwest. The winds here in Park Lane, we're live in Farmington. I'm trying to give you a view. Flags whipping along Park Lane. We know that the Interstate and Legacy Parkway definitely dealing with very gusty conditions right now. We are live in Farmington where we don't get much of a break with these. This downslope event means consistent winds. We're talking 30 to 40 mile per hour sustained winds, and we're gusting higher on top of that. Let's talk about the reason why. AJ, hang in there. I know it's gusty. My chief photographer AJ Lucero hanging with me here because these are wicked winds and they mean business. Now we've got a broad low that moved south through the state as we went through yesterday. So that low kind of parked itself over northern Arizona. It's got a counterclockwise flow. That's going to usher moisture into central and southern Utah, but that counterclockwise flow is bringing easterly winds over the mountains. So they are moving over the mountains and sweeping into our valleys. When this happens, you get strong winds overhead, and that wind speeds up, it accelerates, and it warms up as it comes down the canyon. Okay, what you're looking at, you've got some damage. We've heard damage reports all day. Thank you to Enrique from Clearfield. You can see the downed trees. We've also seen pictures of downed fences, an uprooted trampoline there that was in someone's yard. So we have a lot going on damage-wise. As we talk about that low, we know these winds are going to amp up. Futurecast winds shows you when those peak winds, which are expected from tonight into 9 a.m. tomorrow, really get going. Now watch along the Wasatch Front. Farmington is one of the areas favored by downslope, so they have the highest numbers. We get after midnight, we get gusty conditions up to 60 miles per hour. But keep your eye on those numbers, especially up towards Cache Valley, because after midnight it starts ripping in Logan. 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts for Cache Valley, parts of Box Elder County, and our models liking 70 mile per hour wind gusts here in Farmington by tomorrow morning. Now this high wind warning stays in effect until noon, but we're going to see blustery conditions holding steady. We talked about the crosswinds on 15, but as we zoom this out, you're going to see the areas that will see road slush in yellow, and then in red, areas that are going to get really heavy road snow. That does include central and southern mountains and south central Utah. These are areas where travel will be impacted due to these weather conditions. We keep on moving it forward and we talk about why we're going to see these travel impacts. We've got a couple of different warnings. As we look at the radar right now, it's just spotty when it comes to moisture, but our winter alerts are in place and they're going to hold until Saturday. Actually, what you're seeing in pink is a winter storm warning for the central and southern mountains. That was extended today to last until 6 p.m. on Saturday. That's where the heaviest snow is expected. Forewarning you, those areas going to pick up 1 to 2 feet. Winter weather advisory for south central Utah. That includes towns like Kanab. Heads up, you will be getting accumulating snow. Anywhere from 3 to 8 inches expected. Again, this was extended to hold on until Saturday at 6 p.m. because that moisture is definitely going to impact us. We put our futurecast into motion here. Forewarned shows that wet weather moving into the Four Corners overnight. That band of wet weather is going to push and it's going to go right over Capitol Reef National Park, impact Castle Country, Price, Farron, Highway 89. These are all areas looking at snow. And as we keep that moisture on the move, the southwestern corner of the state also taps into that. Places like Iron County, Cedar City, looking like they could pick up some light snow as well, especially into the overnight if moisture makes its way to I-15 and west of it. As you can see, active skies hold on throughout our Friday with bands of heavier snow pushing north into central Utah and impacting the eastern side of the state. We stay active as we get through our Saturday with moisture becoming spottier as we get through the first portion of our weekend. All right, taking a look now at that 7-day, it shows that we get those rain showers in St. George. Forewarning you, the wettest day in Washington County will likely be tomorrow. Isolated rain holding on for Saturday, drying out as we get through the rest of the week. Look at the Wasatch Front. Wind is our big weather headline. I don't need to tell you that. You'll hear it along the Wasatch Front hitting your house tonight. And we see the chance of those gusty winds holding on through the evening. and then we start to warm up, and it looks like a quiet pattern, but it's actually called a Rex block. This is what happens when you have high pressure stacked on top of low pressure, and we see that set up for several days. We won't welcome wet weather back in until the middle of next week. For now, we just got to get through extremely windy conditions, which is what we're seeing live here in Farmington. These areas that are prone to downslope winds are going to see a very, very whipping overnight because this wind is not going to let up. Strongest gusts closer to the early morning hours. The morning commute for your Friday poses wind concerns for I-15, Highway 89, and Legacy Parkway throughout the morning. High-profile vehicles need to be extremely careful. We're forewarning you now. Live from Farmington, I'm going to send it back into Brian. Brian, it is a rough night north of Salt Lake City.